So now that you have created your sacred space, you have your altars, you have all of your materials laid out, you have identified your intention, you've said it 3 times, and you're getting grounded, right? Now's the place to get more grounded. One of the best ways for me to get grounded is to do a body scan. I begin by focusing my awareness on my breath. And I close my eyes. And then I become aware of my body from the crown of my head all the way to the tips of my toes. From my head to my hair, to my hair follicles, to my eyebrows and my forehead, my eyeballs, my eyelashes, my nose, my brain, my sinuses. When I breathe in, the sense of air moving in through my nose and out through my mouth. I notice my ears and if I'm wearing earrings or not. I notice the way that my hair drapes on my shoulders. I notice the taste in my mouth. Is my mouth dry or not? Are my teeth together? Are they clenched? Am I smiling? Am I letting my mouth hang open? How tense is my face? Is it scrunched up or is it relaxed? I notice what I hear. I notice if I can hear my heartbeat. I notice if I can feel the temperature of the room on my skin. All of these things I do, this kind of inquiry process and awareness looking for all the parts of my body. And I go slow. And I notice each and every part so that I can get here in the moment and really know who I am, pay attention to what's true for me, so that when I open my eyes after I've gotten to my toes, I'm really here. And generally, after this grounding is a time where I do some listening. This may be a place where inspiration does show up. It may also be a place where a piece of wisdom from my own body begins to show up. Maybe information directly related to my intention. Now, whether that's like an answer to my intention or a piece of information about how I can get deeper into my intention, or maybe sometimes it's about the struggle that I'm facing, which is what brings me to have an intention for this particular ritual. But I'm just listening. I'm listening in quiet. And sometimes there's a lot of information and sometimes there's not much at all. But during this time of opening, I'm focusing on my intention. I am focusing on the crystallized intention that I have drilled down and gotten clear about, and I am repeating it over and over again, nice and slow, just to be with that content. Now, after the grounding and after a short listening period, I'm going into raising energy. Now, in magic, we are raising energy to give to our intention. And the raising energy phase of sex magic is the sex play. Now, this may be the time where if you're with someone else, this may be like touching or caressing, it may be making out, it may be fondling each other, it may be the sort of the foreplay that you may engage in with your partner. For me, individually, when I'm by myself, I begin to raise energy by dancing. I have my music already selected before I get into this situation, and I push play and I start moving my body and raising my temperature. When I start raising my temperature and I'm getting hot, I'm starting to get sweaty, I'm starting to feel good, I'm dancing around. I have a really big mirror right in front of my bed and here in Desire Studio. So when I am dancing in front of the mirror, I am totally connected to my own body and my own skin and really getting connected to my own sexuality. Now, that might not be a place where I'm completely turned on and like ready to have sex with anybody or even myself. But during this time, what I am doing is raising energy for my intention, and I am lending it to this magical creation that I'm making. This is really what we call the working. I'm also imagining what it will be like when I have the thing that I want. So whether that is multiple orgasms, my ideal partner, or $1 million, or clients who love me and really value the work that I do, or it is a shift in the political landscape and the social hierarchy in order to make room for more radical female leadership and more equality for marginalized people. You know, the thing that I'm leaning into is what it will be like when we have all of that, right? It'll feel powerful and amazing. I will feel heard and seen and loved, right? Maybe I will be able to have financial security. Maybe I will feel at home. Maybe I will have housing stability, right? Out of the rental market and into a home that I've bought with this partner that I love, right? Maybe I'll be able to feel like I can walk down the street and not feel afraid. Any of those things may be the outcome of the desire that I have. And part of me raising energy and raising that vibration and raising my intention up is also to connect in with all of those feelings that I have about being more powerful, more solid, more in ownership and in my own authority for what I want when that desire comes true, when it becomes manifest. So continuing to raise the energy and lend all of that energy to my big intention. And this is all the place where you're playing and you're touching and you're moving your body. You may be touching your genitals, you may be bouncing around the room, you may be jumping on your bed, you may be dancing to whatever soundtrack that you have brought to yourself. There are a lot of different options, but this is the place where you're really playing. And I invite you to continue to play for as long as it feels really good, right? And you can keep playing and keep connecting into pleasure and sensation, but also for as long as you need to really connect into that vision that you have, right? When the vision is a little wonky, and in sex magic, when the vision is a little wonky and you haven't dialed it in crystal clear and you're feeling kind of insecure about it, this is not the time to go straight to orgasm. When we're using sex magic, we want our orgasm to be the place where we're having this moment where we're kind of bringing all of the elements together, all of the elements of our vision and our intention and our energy, and we're bringing it all together to this one place. Right? The peak, the climax. The period of raising energy before orgasm is the place where we want to get excited about our vision. We want to really stand in the place. You know, we really want to stand in the place of power of when we have that desire, when we have that desired outcome, when we have this thing that we want, right? And we're building our energy and we're lending it to our intention. So the climax or the orgasm or the peak is the place where all of that information comes together. The vision of who we are when we have the thing that we want, the intention when we have fed our energy and pulsed our energy into this intention that we have to be the person that we want to be open, to surrender, to feel, to be in the present moment, whatever that intention is, right? The orgasm or the climax is the place where all of that comes together and we feel excited and empowered in the intention and the desire and the feeling of the outcome. When you're going into climax and you want to create that climactic moment. Now, this may be an orgasm for you, but it may also be a time where you just make a lot of noise and you make a big hurrah, like you're having a celebration. It doesn't have to be an orgasm, though for many of us doing sex magic, that may be the place where this comes. The climax may be the orgasm. And this climax phase is a place where you're feeling confident and good and grounded, and you're also really in tune with your intention. You've fed it a lot of energy. You're also really in tune with the desire that you have, that the intention feeds into. And you're also really feeling good about and clear and have a lot of wisdom and knowledge about the feelings that you will have, the experience that you'll have when you have the outcome that you desire. So all of those pieces are combined, and that's what you're taking with you. It's kind of like a package. You're taking all of that with you into the climax phase. You're raising all of that energy, and as you focus more and more intently, then hopefully that will be the place where you have the orgasm. And that orgasm, you can send that orgasmic energy up into the cosmos outside of your bubble so that it can rain down on you again, or you can send it deep into your body. You can send it into the future, to your future self, or you can just send it out into your own room so that later on you can swim around in it in the bed, or put it on when put it on your clothes, right? Infuse it into your clothes or to any items on your altar, so that you can keep that energy with you and pick it up and borrow it later. And after the orgasmic phase comes the reveling. We see it on TV. This is where people smoke the cigarettes and they relax and they're reveling in their experience. They're letting all the sensations wash over them and sink down into their body. Reveling is a place where we can listen for further information. It's a place where we can open ourselves up to even more inspiration. Many times the reveling is a place where I experience visions that are related to my intention and my desire. Sometimes those visions are pretty specific, like they're to-do tasks. They're my next best move in order to create the kind of outcome or breakthrough that I really desire. So the reveling place is really like the shavasana of the sex act, of the sex magic. It's the place where we revel and we let everything sink in and we are open to inspiration from the divine. And this can last for 5 to 10 minutes, but don't fall asleep. Because the next thing you want to do after you're reveling, record the data of the new information, the new wisdom, the new desire, the next level for you. So write it all down so you don't forget it. The last part of our sex magic ritual is to close the circle, and it is to thank and appreciate all of the energy and wisdom and the deities that you called into the circle to begin with. And you want to do that in reverse order, simply to appreciate them for their presence in your process, for the wisdom and the energy that they lend to you in your evolution forward. And you want to just make sure that you cover all of your bases and thank everybody who came as if you were the hostess of the party. And then open your circle. And opening your circle is simply allowing the bubble that you have created around you to dissipate a little bit. It's allowing everyone and all of the energies to move away. And this is also the place where, after you have thanked all of the energies for coming and you've opened the circle, this is also the place where you clean up. It might be the place where you blow out the candles and you clean up all the toys and you put everything away and you wash your hands and you get a snack. You're creating a sense of closure and you return to regular life.